Okay, so in the previous class we were studying about decision tree. Decision tree is basically a tree in which we will make the approximating using the discrete valued functions, and in which the learned function is represented with the decision tree. Learned function are represented as decision tree, that is to improve the human readability, as in the case of if then else rule. That is, if this is true or else this is true. If and else kind of rules, that is for the human readability. That we have studied in the case of decision tree. Whatever in the problem in the previous algorithms, like in the candidate elimination algorithm, there is a problem that they does they does not include disjunction, but decision tree include disjunctions, and it is robust to noisy data. This we have read in the previous classes. The decision tree is represented as at the nodes. We represent the attributes, and each attributes having the some value. For example, in this case, the decision tree is outlook having three values: sunny, overcast, rainy, and the leaf node is representing whether the output is yes or no. If it is a binary classification, and if it is a multi-class classification, then that will result in that classification. As I have told in the previous example, that suppose you are reading a car number plate, then in the case of multi-class classification, the output at the leaf nodes would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, including 0 also. So decision tree is the disjunction of. So we have also think that if we consider this decision tree, then it is considering outlook sunny, humidity normal, and outlook overcast, and outlook rainy, and wind weak. All these are pointing to the positive example. Outlook sunny, humidity normal, outlook overcast, outlook rainy, wind weak. So that all are pointing to the positive examples. So it is having the disjunction of conjunctions. That is how the decision trees are represented. Uh, the next we were studying about that how to make the decision tree with the ID3 algorithm. So at this point we have stopped. I think we have also learned about that using the entropy, that we can find the that how much information gain is made with the use of this. We will design our decision tree. For example, in this case, we choose attribute A1 and attribute A2. In this the attribute A1 is having attribute A1 can be divided into T and F, in which the total 29 positive cases and 35 negative cases can be divided into 21 positive, 5 negative, 8 positive, 30 negative. Similarly, 29 plus and 35 minus can be divided into 18 plus 33 negative with T, and with F it is 11 positive, 2 negative. So which of these two, A1 or A2, would be the best attribute to make our decision tree? We will make this on the basis of the information gain. We will compute its entropy, and if there is reduction in entropy, on the basis of we will check that there is an information gain in the system. That attribute we will choose. Entropy, I have told you that in the case of binary class classification, there is two examples, positive examples and negative examples. In that case, the entropy is minus P log P and minus P log P, where P plus may be represented with P1, PA and PB. So it is minus PA log PA minus PB log PB, and this is to the base 2. Log is to the base 2, and if you take 0 log 0, then that is 0. In this case of the binary classification, we have studied that the probability is between 0 1 and entropy is between 0 and 1. So we have also made this graph that at the 0 probability the entropy is 0, at the 1 probability and the entropy is 0, but the probability is 0.5 and the entropy is maximum 1. That is in the case of binary class classification. So this entropy is we are going to make with the use of decision tree. Till this we have completed in the previous class. Now for the binary class classification, I have told you that entropy is minus PA log to the base 2 PA minus PB log to the base 2 PB. And for the multi-class classification, we can represent this formula as summation I from 1 to C, that C is the total number of classes. In total C classes, this is P of I for the ith instance log to the base 2 of Pi. That is the same formula. In this, there are two classes, PA, P plus and P minus, plus and minus. There are two classes, but in this case, there are C classes. So the formula is same. Minus log P can also be represented as log 1 over P. That is the same thing. So either you can use this formula or you can use this formula, that is minus Pi minus, sorry, not minus, summation Pi log 1 over Pi. Now in the case of rolling a die with 8 equal probable sides, that is an unbiased die. Suppose you have an unbiased die and you rolled with 8 equal probable sides, then in that case if you compute the entropy, the probability of occurrence of each side is equally likely. So that is 1 over 8. So if you compute the entropy, that would come out to be 3. This is the case when it is multi-class classification. For binary class classification, the entropy would come under 0 to 1. Entropy and information theory are we are having the same thing in entropy that we are already read in information theory. Entropy specifies the number of average length of message needed to transmit the outcome of a random variable. This depends on the probability distribution P. This thing we have already seen in Huffman coding, in which we have tried to find the entropy, that is in your previous syllabus. In the previous syllabus in which we have studied the information theory, in the case of Huffman encoding, suppose it is an unbalanced die, that is it is having 8 outputs, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and probability of getting 1 is 4 by 16, getting 2 is 4 by 16, 3 is 2 by 16, 4 is 2 by 16, and so on. The total probability would be 1 in that case. If that is the case, then we can represent the higher probability with low number of bits and the lower probability with high number of bits. That is the case of Huffman encoding. And if you consider the entropy in that case, then that would come out to be 1 by 4 to the log 4 to the base 2 into 2, that is this 4 by 16. Then remaining 1 by 8. Two cases are there, 1 by 8 log 1 over 1 by 8, that would come out to be log 8. 1 by 16, there are 4 cases, so into 4, 1 by 16 log to the base log 16 to the base 2. So if you solve this, then this would come out to be 2.75 bits. That is the entropy of entropy in the case of Huffman coding we have already read. The same entropy we will use here to make our decision tree. In the case of decision tree, we'll try to find the information gain with the use of entropy. Information gain is the expected reduction in entropy caused by partitioning the example on an attribute. On a particular attribute, we will compute that how much reduction in entropy is there if you partition the example on particular case. For example, in the previous case, we have partitioned in A1 and A2. We will compute the entropy in both these cases, and then we will find whether we will divide this in either in A1 or in A2. which attribute is the best classifier. That is the same thing we are going to do with the in the case of decision theory when we compute the information gain. How much information is gained by dividing this into two partitions. The higher the information gain, more effective the attribute in classifying training data. We are trying to make a decision tree in which we want the final output that it would be classify the training data as per the examples. For example, there are outlook, there are wind, rain, as we have seen in the previous examples. In that we have kept on finding what could be the output in that case. Either it is the play tennis sport is yes or no. So our target is to have classifying the training data. So higher the information gain, more effective the attribute in classifying the training data. We try to make a decision tree according to higher the information gain at the top. So to compute the information gain from entropy, we'll use this formula, that is expected reduction in entropy as the gain. S is the total subset of S and total sample, and we'll compute the entropy out of it. And sorry, this one is moved downwards. Actually, this is in front of entropy, so it is summation mod of SV over S, entropy of SV. Where we are partitioning system, partitioning it for which A has value V. For example, in the case of Outlook, there are three values in this example: sunny, overcast, and rainy. In the case of humidity, there are two values: normal and high. Okay, then we will use this formula, that is gain SA equal to entropy S minus summation over the values V mod of S. We will see an example for this. Suppose we want to compute the expected information gain. Let values of wind be weak and strong. So there are two values, either weak and strong. Suppose for the total samples there are 9 plus and 5 minus, that is 9 positive cases and 5 negative cases. Just we are considering this for an example purpose. We will see this later on when we do with the complete example. For this particular example, suppose the weak set is having 6 cases and 2 negative cases, and the strong set is having the 3 positive cases and the 3 negative cases. Then if you compute the information gain due to wind, you take the wind as the attribute, then for the complete set in which there is 5 positive case and the 9 positive case and 5 negative case, if we compute gain, that is entropy of S. We are using this formula, entropy of S minus summation of SV by over entropy of SV. Now if you take the first set S, so in that case minus there are 6 plus 2 8, the total is 9 plus 5 14. So out of 14 there are 8 cases are considered here in the case of weak set, and the entropy of the weak set minus, as per this formula we take all the values. The first value is the weak set and the another value is the strong set. In the strong set, this is 3 plus 3, 6 cases are there in it, in the strong, out of 14 set. In the set it is total 14, so 6 by 14, and the entropy of the set strong. Now how to compute the entropy of S, entropy of S weak and entropy of S strong? We have already taken this example above. Suppose we need to consider the entropy of a set in which there are 9 positive example and 5 negative example. So in that case the entropy is computed by this formula, minus PA log P minus PB log PB. So in that case this is minus 9 by 14 log 9 by 14 to the base 2 and minus 5 by 14 log 5 by 14 to the base 2. So if we solve it, this would come out to be 0.94. Similarly, in this case, if we compute the entropy, then that would be 0.94. That is the same case, 9 positive set and 5 negative set. Then this entropy is 0.94. Even if you consider this case, then this would be minus 6 log 6 by 8 minus 6 by 8 log 8 to the base 2 log 6 by 8 to the base 2 plus minus 2 by 8 log 2 by 8 to the base 2. If we solve this, then that would be entropy of weak, then that would come out to be 0.811. Similarly, if you consider this 0.33, then this would come out to be entropy 1, because you can also see that both the positive and negative examples are same. So the probability of occurrence of any example is half, and we have already considered that if we take the probability as half, then the entropy is going to be 1. This is can be written directly, or can, if you don't know, then you can compute it by the minus 3 by 3 log 3 by 6 log minus 3 by 6 log 3 by 6 to the base 2 minus 3 by 6 log 3 by 6 to the base 2. If you solve this, then the entropy of this strong set would come out to be 1. So according to our formula, if you compute the total entropy, compute all the entropy and put in this formula, then the resultant would be the information gain. So in this case, the information gain is 0.048. So it means if I take the wind attribute in which there are two values, weak and strong, and we have the positive and negative cases in it, 9 positive, 5 negative, then in that case, if you divide in weak and strong set, then this would result in the information gain of 0.048. So in the complete data set, we will search this and we will find that what is the maximum information gain, so that we can make our decision tree. Now, for example, we will consider it again the case of E1, E2 that we have considered previously. Now, in this case, if we consider, then if we have a set in which 9 positive cases, 5 negative cases, then entropy would come out to 0.94. That's a humidity attribute having the two values, high and normal. So if that is divided into 3 positive and 4 negative set in the case of high value, and humidity is normal, then if you divide it, it would come out to be 6 and 1, and entropy of each of them is 0.95 and 0.592. If you solve the gain between our set and the humidity parameter, our set in which there are 14 cases, 9 positive, 5 negative, and the humidity attribute, the information gain according to this division, it would be 0.94. That we have used our formula, 0.94 minus SV over S log of S, entropy of SV, that is in this set, this is 3 plus 7, 3 plus 4, that is 7 by 14. Our total case is 14. Similarly, 6 plus 1, that is 7 by 14. And entropy in this case is 0.95, 0.592, and entropy in this case is 0.985. So in this case, the information gain is 0.151. Now similarly, if we have another attribute for the same set in which there are 9 positive cases, 5 negative case, the entropy is 0.94. For that set, this is the wind. There are two cases, weak and strong. Again, we compute the same thing for the 6 and 2 positive, 6 positive and 2 negative case, 3 and 3 negative case. The entropy in this case is 0.811, entropy in this case is 0.1, 1, that we have in fact considered previously also in this example. So the gain would come out to be 0.48. Now, if you take this division, on one side we have S set for the humidity, and for on other side we have S set for the wind attribute. If we want to see that whether this one is the best one classifier or this one is the best classifier, we will consider that in which we have having the maximum gain, maximum information gain, that will be chosen as the best classifier. So out of these two, the humidity will be chosen as the best classifier because it is having the high information gain. So similarly, with this way, we will make our decision tree. Suppose this is an example. In this example, this is the same plate tennis example for which we have already seen the decision tree in the previous, I think, third slide or fourth slide. Yeah, this is the plate tennis example for the decision tree we have already made, but now we are going to have it on the with this example. Let's see that how this plate tennis tree is. Hello? Is anybody wants to say something? Okay. Now suppose there are four attributes. One is outlook, temperature, humidity, and wind. First we, according to the ID3 algorithm, first we have to choose the root node, isn't it? And the root node is out of the four attributes of these: outlook, temperature, humidity, wind. So in this case, we will try to find the positive cases and the negative cases. We have already seen this in the case of humidity or in the case of wind. These would come out to be 0.48 and 0.141. For example, that say in the case of wind, we are considering that would be how we have taken in the case of wind, we have taken there are total 14 cases, 9 positive, 5 negative. So if you see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 yeses are there, it means 9 positive case, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 no are there, so it is 5 negative case. So for the total complete set, we have 9 plus and 5 minus. Now in the case of, we are considering the case of wind. In the case of wind, we have to find the two cases, one is strong, one is weak. Now we have seen, if we are considering weak, then we are having 6 positive case and 2 negative case. Let's see how. In the case of weak, this is weak 1, this is negative 1, so I will consider positive case. Weak, 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 weak. These are the cases which are weak. Now which are the positive case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with the weak wind we have 6 positive case. So I have written 6 positive. Similarly for the weak wind there is 1 and 2 negative case. So we have written 2 minus. So this is how we make the weak set. Similarly for the wind strong, we have 3 positive and 3 negative. Let's see. This is the strong, 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 strong and strong. Now for each strong, we are considering positive first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all are covered. Now strong negative. 1, 2, 3. So in this case, we are having for the attribute wind, which is strong, there are 3 positive and 3 negative. So when you compute this for the wind, there are two for the wind attribute, there are 2 outputs: wind weak and strong, 9 positive cases, 5 negative cases for the set S. For the set weak, we have 6 positive, 2 negative case. For the set strong, 3 positive, 3 negative case. So when you solve this, you can compute the information gain, then that would come out to be 0.048. So that is we have written here. Similarly, in the case of humidity, if you need to check, that would come out to be 0.151, that we have made here also. 0.151. In the case of humidity, the total set is having 9 positive case, 5 negative case. The entropy is 0.94. In the case of humidity is high, there are 3 positive case and 4 negative case. Humidity is high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the total cases. So humidity high would be 3 plus 4. There are 7 cases. Now how many positive? High, yes. This is one positive case. High, yes. Second, high, yes. Third, and 3 positive cases. Okay, and the 4 negative. Remaining are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 negative cases are there. High, no. So once we got this, the positive and the negative case. Similarly, in the case of humidity is normal, we will consider the positive case and the negative case. Humidity is normal, the positive case is only this one, and the negative cases are the negative case is only this one, normal, no, rest all are positive cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 positive and 1 negative. So when you compute this, the entropy would come out to be 0.592, and entropy in the case of 3 plus and 4 negative would come out to be 0.985. If you solve this, then the gain would come out to be 0.15. Similarly, for each attribute, we will compute the gain in this way. At S, or we will compute the gain as for the S and outlook, the gain would come out to be 0.246. The gain would be 0.029, wind is 0.048, and humidity is 0.151. These we have already computed above. So if we compare all these 4 parameters, the information gain is maximum in the case of the first case, that is 0.246. That is the outlook. So outlook provides the best prediction for the target. So it means the root node is outlook. That is why we have chosen the root node as the outlook. Now outlook is having the 3 parameters. Outlook is having the 3 parameters. We are going to consider that sunny, overcast and rainy, isn't it? So when we design our tree, we will choose the root node as outlook. There are 3 parameters: sunny, overcast and rainy. And the total number of cases in this case is 9 plus 4. That is all, D1 to D14. This is the root node. Now when the outlook is sunny, it is on the day 1, 2, 8, 9, 11. The outlook is overcast, D3, day 3, day 7, day 12, day 13. Outlook is rainy, it is day 4, day 5, day 6, day 10 and day 14. This is, you can see here. Suppose in the case of overcast, if we compute the day, outlook is overcast 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you see this, day 3, day 7, day 12, day 13, and if you compare all the output in this case, in the case of day 3, the play tennis is yes. On the case of day 7, overcast outlook is resulting in play tennis yes. Day 12, outlook overcast, play tennis yes. Day 13, overcast yes. So in the case of overcast, the output is yes. So there is 4 positive cases and no negative case. So if there is no negative case, it means this is going to be the root node, leaf node of this tree, because there is no further division possible. Because if there are 4 positive case and no negative case, then you cannot divide further into positive and negative. So in that case, your entropy is going to be 0. There is no information loss is there. So no information gain is also there. So we are not going to consider that case. So this will become a leaf node. The same we have already read in our tree here, isn't it? You can see with the overcast it is yes. Now for the next case, we have to choose whether we choose what attribute we choose here and what attribute we should choose here. Now in this we have 2 positive case for the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 9 and day 1, day 2, day 8, day 9, day 11. When the outlook is sunny, one thing is sure now. The first parameter is outlook is sunny. Now the next parameter we need to consider. Similarly, in this case the outlook is rainy, and the next attribute we need to consider here. So to compute the next parameter, when it is chosen that it is a sunny one, so we will choose the overset as sunny, and next we will compare with the remaining parameters, that is humidity, wind and temperature. We will compute the information gain with humidity, wind and temperature. Now outlook is sunny, so this parameter is fixed now, because this is going to be the root node. Now we are left with temperature, humidity and wind. So for this, if we compute the information gain with the sunny, set sunny and the humidity one, this would come out to be 0.97. If we compute the information gain for the wind, this would come out to be 0.019, and if we compute sunny, then this would come out to be 0.570. So out of these, if we compare, this is again the same thing. This is the root node. This is now the root node, and we have to choose. There are 2 outputs are possible. One is if we choose humidity, then there is 2 outputs are possible. Humidity is high and normal. So on the basis of, if suppose there is humidity, then we can have 2 output, high and normal. We will compare that. We will compute the entropy, and that could come out to 0.97. If we take that parameter to be wind, then again the 2 outputs are possible. We will compute the entropy on the basis of that. Similarly, if we take temperature, the 3 outputs are possible. We will compute the entropy on the basis of that. Then the maximum entropy, we will compute the information gain on the basis of that, and the maximum information gain is in the case of humidity. So humidity provides the best prediction for the target. So if we choose, now we choose this node as the humidity one, because it is providing me that it will give me the maximum information gain. If we consider the first one as sunny, first set is sunny. So let's grow the tree, in which add to the tree a successor for each possible value of humidity, and partition the training sample according to value of humidity. So we take the first node as the root node, outlook, we have considered that this is a sunny. We have found that this node would come out to be humidity. Humidity we check. There are two outputs. One is high, another one is normal. If you consider this one, then you will check there is the node in which there are 3 minus and 0 plus, so that will become a root node now. So the output is no in that case. Similarly, if you check humidity and normal from that table, then this would come out to be 2 plus and 0 minus, so this is also become a root node. Similarly, this is we have made for overcast, this is going to be a plus. If we check for rainy, if we check there are we have remaining with the two more parameters. One is one is wind and other one is temperature, because humidity and outlook is already used on this side. So humidity and outlook is already used on this side. So for this we have two parameters, wind and temperature. And if you compute the with the wind and with the temperature, with the wind and the temperature, and the outlook is set as rainy. So S rain and versus wind and S rain versus temperature. If you compute that, I have not shown here, that value is maximum in the case of wind. And if you take wind, there are two possible output. One is strong, another one is weak. And if you check the if the outlook is rainy, wind is strong, then in that case there are three positive case. And if the outlook is rainy, wind is weak, then there are two negative case. So that will become root node. So when sorry, leaf node. So when it will become leaf nodes, there are no further division possible. Then this is our final decision tree that we have already used in the previously here also, that we have made the decision tree on the basis of our inputs example. So this decision tree represent the my complete table, this one. So when we make this complete decision tree, we have used the ID3 algorithm. The ID3 algorithm is that in the ID3 algorithm there are three inputs. One is the X, that is the training example. The output is the target attribute T, in which there is in this example play tennis, yes or no, and the other attributes represented with ATTR, that is initial values of all attributes. First we have created the root node. How root node are created? Uh, if all x are positive, then this is the root node with class positive. If all x are negative, then root node is class negative. If attribute is empty, then return root with the most common value of t in x. That is, we compute the information gain. If the information gain is high in that case, then we will choose that when the attribute is empty, it means all the attributes are over, we are not left with any. Otherwise we keep on moving in this loop. If A is the best attribute, that is the decision taken on the basis of the information gain. For each possible value of Vi in A, for each attribute value, we will compute that we will add a new branch below that root. For test AI, we keep on adding the that value in a way that the information gain is high, as we have seen previously. So if xi is empty, it means then that is the leaf node. Otherwise, it keep on adding the subtree. So this is the algorithm that you need to consider in the case of ID3 algorithm. For this class, we have stopped there. If you have any doubt and anything, you can ask.